Well, the thing is, it's really just a process, and that course, I always go back to that course that Dad gave us. Like, it's something that was a fundamental, um,
It was a deep
like
fucking
moment in
yeah,
my mind, and that
was.
not only benefited us, but everybody who did that learned how to sort of like deal with life. It's like the fundamentals on what the fuck when shit goes wrong, how do you react without being subjected to emotion, without being subjected to that. So you've got the OODA methods, you've got all of these different tools that like is like here's a toolbox on how to deal with shit, how to get shit done. This is what this is the fundamental lesson that Dad gave us. Like he's like, I gave you everything I could, and that was a toolkit on how, like a sort of a Swiss Army knife on how to just deal with the plethora of shit that's happening. And I think today, in a world where shit's changing so fast, people are in that fight or flight because that's really what you describe, right? Is the freezing, not being your natural self, but freezing before the situation and then doing whatever you can, evading the problem. And these are all things that was taught to us also in that self-discovery program. It was like, how do you can diffuse a problem, you can prolong a problem, you can completely solve
Right.
it, get rid
You
of it.
can you
Here's
can
the options.
confront
It's
it
not just
immediately.
like,
Right.
yeah, like what I loved about it is like it's not just like, oh, you got to solve this problem. It's like, no, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you need to diffuse it. And you need to leave it there. It's like the problem with a
Yeah,
diffused problem
that's kind of crazy that you
is,
mentioned that, man, because
you know,
you know, just like reminiscing, but one of the things that I want to do is sort of leave like a guidebook for my kids,
yeah,
written down for all of our generations. And
yeah,
but Dad did it like that, you know.
yeah.
That's how he did it for
There's
us.
I watched this anime
Fucking
uh
crazy.
called Dr. Stone.
And now you know why
And
adults back then was like all impressed with Dad doing this shit.
oh yeah, no, dude, it's revolutionary. I think every kid at like 16 should learn this shit
Yeah.
because it really gives you just a sense of like asking those right questions about yourself and to like put yourself through a process of refinement so that you can get to that core self, that true self. Because
Yes.
the thing is, the problem with everything is that we are an illusion to ourselves. Like we don't know who the fuck we are. I don't know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though I come across a lot of times as like a stable dude, and like, he's like, oh, he's got his shit together. No, I don't. I don't
Fine, you're
know who I
seeking.
truly am. I don't know that. Like I have a sense of it, and I follow my path unapologetically. That's the one thing that I get to a point of say, fuck it. Like I don't need to impress anyone. I don't need to do that. I need to take care of business. Like, what the fuck is happening in front of me? What is the problems that's in my vicinity and my control? And I don't give a shit about anything beyond that, really. Like I concern of interest. I research stuff. I've been writing on weed for like 15 years, so I look into these things. And policies shift and wars happen and stuff like that. But if the war's not happening here around me right now, I can say, I'm sorry that that shit's happening. If somebody brings me a paper to sign that we shouldn't be doing that, I'm down for it. But beyond that, I don't have any control over that situation. And as a result, uh, it's not worth my time. It's not worth my attention. So for me, all I do is I focus on this, like, who are you and what is the situation requiring of you to prove or to get rid of or to integrate or to like completely
To learn to,
redefine,
yeah.
or unlearn or whatever that the situation requires. But I stopped giving a shit about the destination, really. Like I want shit, like everybody. I have desires. I want to grow more wealthier as I can and expand my wealth beyond my imaginations and my limitations. Because one of the things I do believe is that thy kingdom on, on earth as it is in heaven. Like I believe in that principle of taking the divine and
and bringing it.
manifesting it. And I believe each and every person has this divinity that can be sparked.